I've made a hand just basically from cuboid shape. So I took a cube and stretched it, and for each of the bones in the hand, I just stretched it and rotated it slightly. So all I have here is just a cuboid or a cube shape for each of the bones in the face. And what you saw me doing right away was playing with some of the deformation settings to quickly see what you could do. But then now I'm going in and I'm just shaping each bone individually, and the way that I'm doing that is I'm using the smooth brush, just a very basic brush in Zbrush, and you can see. So I'm just going for that kind of bowed in shape that the bones have. The nice thing about this tutorial is that, well, I have to explain. So I'm following along a tutorial from Ryan Kingslien, and I'm doing a crochet. It's going to be the entire body, you know. So right now I'm working on the skeleton, and I'm showing this is. I thought this would be a cool little thing. So you know, it took a little while to set up the cube shapes that you saw at the beginning of where the hand was, and I thought this would be pretty cool just to show me shaping it, because this video is roughly 6 minutes, so it took me about 6 minutes to just play around with the smooth brush a little bit and the move brush to get what I wanted, which was a very basic idea of the bones in the hand. And what's good about this tutorial that I'm following along with by Ryan Kingslien is that it goes from just very basic to more complex, and I think that's a good way to learn anatomy. I mean, that's the only way you really can learn anatomy. There's so much to learn, and it's so complex. And if you just try to just sculpt the shape of the bones exactly as they are, you're probably not going to remember it. So the idea behind it is you start very simple shapes, because that's the goal, is to have it in your mind, to have it in your memory, you know, a mental concept, so you can carry that with you when you draw or paint or sculpt. So basically I just did a little bit of smoothing to those bones just to give it that kind of shape, to look kind of like the shapes of the you know, the phalanges. And then I wanted to the distal phalange, like the fingertip, I wanted to get a little bit more shape to that. So then you saw me there, I was using the move brush rather than this, just to move it a little bit, just to shape it a little bit. So you know, so I'm just, you know, like trying to look at it different views and different angles and different vantage points. And so here I'm trying to isolate just part of it, so I can just to hide part of it, so I can just focus on one part. There, I finally got it. See, so you know, I haven't totally got the controls down in ZBrush. You know, I'm just learning this program. I've been using it for a couple of years, but I don't use those commands of hiding and so forth. But on doing this hand, it was important when I was shaping, getting the cube shapes. It was important to know those commands. So so I recommend that you look into this tutorial by Ryan Kingslien. There's a website which is uartsy.com, and it's uartsy.com, and so he's got a tutorial called, I believe it's called Artistic Anatomy, and he uses this program Zbrush, and I saw a magazine article by Ryan Kingslien, and that's what got me interested in learning Zbrush, because I thought it's a great tool to learn anatomy, because as he points out, one of the advantages is that when you create a écorché in clay, you create the bones and the skeleton, and then you cover it, maybe different layers of muscle, and then when you're done, it's in your head, but you can't really peel away the muscles and deconstruct it and isolate different muscles that you want to look at and so forth, which you can do with Zbrush, and so I think it's a great tool for learning anatomy. And thank you very much